The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Sammy! Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Andre Ellington, his first carry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike 56, Mike 56. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We got it.
On play action. Now Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Matthews unable to hang on, and that'll make it 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
40. Ready. Yellow waiting. 45. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, easy. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, get. 5-9. 45. 20 seconds.
Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, 30, 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Mike. Ready. Yellow lady. 5-9. Kill.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, kill. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch it. Good eye.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Whip. Watch the whip. Ready, take.
Here's Breeze. Again has it complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On 1st down, Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Easy.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. He finds his target. It's Matthews. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
12.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here.
Check. Watch the defense. 54. I got
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Ready? White 25. Come on. Sunday. Cut. Check. Fresno. Let me go.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You got to just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let me go.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got Miller. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Ready. Blue 80. 56, right there. 56. Ricky.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Saints 7.
Ready. Black 25. Check 45. Come on. Let's make these babies cry all the way. Let me go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 24. Kill. 52. Watch safety creep.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Wrap. Kill. Hey, Charlie.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Ready. 95, 56. 54. Kill. Easy, opposite. What?
Throwing now is Breeze. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wait. 56. You can't.
Jameis to throw it. It's complete. It's Miller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Green, 17. Ball, try. Check.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston, he finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check Mike 45. Not here. SOS. Joker. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Get ready. Move ready. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Valvin away and bring up 2nd down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
This is Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Winston. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the ball. Mike 54.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, team. 36. It's going to be a level day. 36.
Breeze now to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Break it down. Undercross. Sammy. Right there. 55. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We play to win. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Breeze now on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They come out here in the I. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bucs 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, easy. '54, Mike. 54, 12. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check.
Now Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Let's go. We got this. Kill.
From the gun, it's Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready? Black 25. Plus 56. They're not ready for this, man.
Play fake. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
Ready? Black 22. Come on, QB. Come on. Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go. Mike 52. Mike 52. There we go.
They'll throw again. Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. As the first half is winding down, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
You're good, you're good.
This time they stay on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wait. Set the tone, defense. That's great, 45 tonight. 45 tonight.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready? Flag, what do that? Right there, 56. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Winston now. And that's incomplete.
Winston's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half, was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing on second down. Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Golston showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Third down. Third and 14.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Check, check, check. Check right 45. Check right.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Ready?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Breeze now. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 42-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there.
Throwing, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Man, I got you. Tight dog. Wait.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Ready.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
45.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
38, Saints 17.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Levante David in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready? Kill. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, it's Rodgers. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Breeze to throw, and that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Kill. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go one more.
Now Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 43. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Ready. 95, 56. 45. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Here we go. 21. 26.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing. You're good. I fool. Ready. 45 for Mike.
Now Breeze again. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get them one closer.
38, Saints 24.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
45, Mike, 45.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch Mike. Don't get nervous. Hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down.
Barber on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2, brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Ready? Blue ready. Yeah. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 52, right 52. Let him go.
He'll try to throw now. Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 50. Green, 52 is the mic right here. Go. 52 is the mic.
Winston now from the 50. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Flip. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52 is the mic.
From the gun, Winston. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Winston gives to Barber. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike 52. Strip the ball. Easy. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. It's our time. It's our time. Hey, Mike 52. 5-0. Party now. It's a party now.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time.
Ready.
And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Watch the screen. 0-2. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. You can't block me. 54's Mike.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. It's caught, Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Ready. Flag. What is that? Check. Wait. I'm coming.
They'll run on first down. It's Barber. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Everyone got 4 down. Wait. 45. Mike, 45.
Jameis to throw it. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Past the 20. The catch made by Miller. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. They fall Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. They had a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Breeze now on first down. And this is Cook with the grab. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. On play action. Now Breeze. That one complete to Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Now Breeze looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
45 the mark. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Bravo.
Breeze to throw for it on fourth. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next is for Buccaneers 45, Saints 38.
So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The carry for Barber. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A 50-yard attempt.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.